Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. Let's go in here and just kind of dive into some of the key ETFs here and see what is shaping up. Obviously, been a very strong week. We are coming up on weekly resistance, and so of course it's always a big question is like, all right, is the market going to be able to blow right through this, or are we going to have some tough backing and filling and topping out here? And what are some of the things that we want to look at? So we're going to be watching the Qs, of course, and you can see we're slamming into the snow line here at 184.32, and the spiders. And the spiders here also managed to kind of just squeak through that snow line this week and stay above it. And you can see the momentum here on the 10x bars is turning green. And then, of course, you got that wall of resistance here. And so one big thing that I'm watching here is we've got two head and shoulders setting up. You got a reversal here, and you got a reversal here. So basically, if we cannot take out these highs and we start to top out here, this could be the mother of all head and shoulders tops. At this point, that's not really what I'm playing for, because obviously this market's been very strong and we want to stay on the path of least resistance. So certainly keeping an eye on some of the key stocks here, like Amazon, which just fired off a weekly squeeze, by the way. Microsoft, which is sitting here at all-time highs after this weekly squeeze fired. Now, Facebook, of course, has been kind of sloppy and it's kind of news-driven, but overall had a pretty solid week and a breakout. Netflix is another one here that after a big move leading us out of the that December sell-off has just been, it had a lot of action there, and it's just been recovering. So someone was talking about Netflix today. It's like, oh, Netflix sucks, but I mean, it had a huge rally, and it's like catching its breath here, and we do have a big squeeze setting up. So we got some potential there. And of course, Apple, another big name, has also been kind of sloppy, but also kind of grinding its way higher. So big one there. And then in terms of other squeezes setting up, you've got energy on the daily chart. So I do like some energy names here for XLE moving up to 68.13. And then of course, the biggest move out there that's right now in terms of a weekly setup is the dollar. And one of my favorite ways to play when you see a big weekly squeeze like this in the dollar, where I am expecting this thing to kind of explode higher, is that we can just buy puts on FXE. And of course, FXE is the ETF of the euro, which if the dollar goes up, the euro goes down. All right. So those are the main things that I'm going to be looking at next week. The other, last but not least, is TLT. And TLT, at this point, if TLT is going higher, it's a reflection of concern about the economy, which in general has not been good for stocks. So as TLT has been going higher, the stock market has been going lower. This week you can see TLT came back, stock market rallied. Keep an eye on this next week because it is a leading indicator. All right, and then let's take a quick look. All right, last but not least, we are starting our live event. We only do one or two of these a year. They're a lot of fun. This does say 10 spots left. I know there's only one spot left. If for some reason you do want to come, you can call. And frankly, it's going to be tough. If you see this and you want to call or email, but I mean, we start this tomorrow, so that's probably not really an option. However, you can live stream it and just watch it from the comfort of your own home. For just $9.97, and this is going to be a lot of fun. If you've never done one of our live events, we're going to have a keynote speaker, Lance Armstrong, who I'm going to interview. This will be Monday, and this is going to be fun. I mean, so why Lance Armstrong, right? He's not a trader. He's got a lot of controversy around him and stuff like that too. Well, the idea with this is that as a trader, you do have to swim through a swamp of crap typically to get to the point where you can, understand trading and emerge victorious. And so I'm just going to ask a lot of tough questions like, well, you went through this, and this, and how do you feel about that? How did you get through it? And I just want to tap into his psychology and then see what gems, if any, we can get from that for trading. And of course, I'm not going to try to upset him with my questions, but I'm going to ask some pretty pointed questions. I mean, he's a pretty controversial guy. How these work is, the nice thing is that, we do spend some time. We have one night where we're going to be doing Texas Hold'em. If you've never played it, it is one of the best money management things that you can learn. Now, I know if you're live stream, you're not going to be able to participate in that, but I encourage you at some point to try it out because it is a great money-making essentially, but we'll talk about it. You know, if you're live streaming, we'll talk about the lessons learned and stuff like that. And then, of course, you get to sit with and meet a bunch of other fellow traders. And a lot of these guys come part of your own kind of personal mastermind and accountability partners and things like that, which is great. And then, of course, we're all just kind of live trading together. And, you know, it's just a way to so something like this, whether you're doing it online or live, you're immersing yourself into a lot of different ideas about trading, and you know, it's a unique opportunity to kind of interact with us in a live environment like that. So, well, you guys, if you've been with us for a while, you know we're all going to be there. I'm also going to have a guest speaker there he was a floor trader. He's been doing options for 40 years. And this is just something I think it's fun to bring in some, you know, what I call the real traders that are just doing this on their own and just kind of learn from them. And then, of course, Mark Chaikin and a couple of other folks will be there. So, again, just go to simplertrading.com/mentorship. That'll take you to this page, and you can grab the live stream right there. All right, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Hope to see you at the event, online or live, and we'll see you at the next update.